Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Well, Memorial Day weekend is over, and boy, the postman and the UPS drivers and the like bring back some work to be done post-holiday. So we're going to take a quick look at what's arrived here. We'll see which ones make it to video. We'll encourage all of you to stick around because, well, this past weekend at a local flea market, I was able to find an unusual surprise that I will be sharing with you. It's not a reel, so stick around. We'll see what we can do there. First ones were actually dropped off early this morning. They come from a local town very close to us, and the fellow was trying to service a Penn slammer and a Penn spin fisher. This is the Spin Fisher 6 4500. You can see we have a bail issue with this one, and we also have it stuck. And with the Penn slammer, I'm told it really doesn't work like it used to. I would agree with that. We're going to take these. I think we'll make both videos so that the fellow can figure out how to do them going forward. And we'll try to identify where the error of his ways was so we can get him back on track. All right. The next one is from, where are we from? Oh, locally. It's from New Jersey. Sometimes with all the tolls and the driving in New Jersey, it just makes sense to put the things in a box rather than burn the gas and pay the tolls. This one comes in from John. And John is sending me, it looks like, 2 reels here. The first one is, well, let's find out what the first one is. First one is an Accurate Boss Magnum. Stuck in free spool. Wow, not good. We'll do a video on that one just because, well, who knows what's going on with that reel. And here's the second one here. This is an Okuma. The handle, well, the bail assembly is missing. It's in here, but it looks like we didn't have a good way to put it back together again. We'll make sure that all the pieces and parts are here. They appear to be. I see a bail spring release on this side. This is usually a dead end over here. This is the Okuma Cedros, the CJ55S. And looks like we're off to a good start in terms of subjects for videos. We got a couple of Penn reels that didn't get repaired properly, and we've got another one here. We call those reel in the bag projects around here. If you have one of those sitting at home, don't be afraid to ask for some help. I do work on getting those right again. If you've made an attempt to repair them and somehow got lost in your ways, don't be afraid to ask. I do work on those as well as, well, all of the reels that come in here. And, well, this one comes in from Tennessee. And let's see what that hope brings us. Well, we got another reel. You know, I've gotten a couple of these now, and unfortunately, I think they're spending more on postage than the reel is worth. And the reels, well, they're missing pieces and parts. We don't have the rear drag assembly here. This is a Cardinal 653. Seems to work well otherwise, but you know what? Without a drag, nothing's good, right? I don't know. I do know who sent this in. It was Tom. I don't know if the parts from this one can be used to repair another one that he's put in the shop here that doesn't work either. So we'll have to see. But I applaud him for trying to keep the reels going, for giving those reels a second chance. Sometimes, though, it's time to just call them parts reels and just move on. Well, Bobby is a frequent viewer of ours. He comments almost every day. He's also from Tennessee. Boy, did he get his money's worth out of the packing tape here. But we'll see what's in mind. Bobby asked me to call him when I got these. Hope we didn't put a check in there. But let's see what Bobby's got. It looks like we actually painted the tape. Oh, that's interesting too. Yep, smells like fresh paint. All right, let's see what Bobby brought us. Bobby brought us a, this is a fun one. This is a sports cast by Shakespeare. It's E, which is 1960s. There's a Star Dragon. It has a click that seems to be working. Not sure if this is just in for service or repair or what. We're going to check on this. This is usually a free spool release button here that enables you to free spool without, yeah, That's a free spool release, and then when you click, it resets, enables you to turn the spool. Interesting reel. If I have time, I'll try and do that one. We also have another big one. Bobby collects a lot of Kmart reels of all things. Here's a Saltwater 800. It's missing the top star for the drag. I might have one of those around. Every now and then I can look into a box that I have that has those wing nuts or those drag adjuster nuts and go get one of those fixed. The type, it's kind of interesting. The type on this one almost is like a Berkeley. This looks like it has a very interesting on-off switch for the override for the anti-reverse. It looks like it's got some potential there. There'll be a video. Looks like we have another one of these Sportcast. Yeah, we have another Sportcast. It says not working, but it does seem to have a good handle. And we have one of these, which looks to be a basic Penn reel. This is a Penn 60 probably. Yeah, this is the Penn 60 Long Beach. Those are, well, they're just great reels, but in this case, this one is just, something is just definitely wrong with this. This should not be turning like this. This should be free spooling like crazy. Yeah, something's going on there. I'll fix that one, but I have plenty of Penn Long Beach videos in the library if you're looking to find out how to service a 60 or 65 or 66, 7, 8, or 9. I have those videos, and you can just access them by doing a search within my channel. You'll be able to find out how to repair those. Well, if you're with me so far and you haven't subscribed, I want to encourage you to subscribe. And if you like these kinds of videos, I do these about once a week in terms of looking at what's coming to my shop. More importantly, as I mentioned on this video, there's some that just become how to service and repair the reel videos, like that those 2 Penn spin fishers where something has gone wrong. And I do try to do that so that I can show other folks how to do it. Here is a Penn. This is the 9, I believe. This is the 9. We've talked a couple of times about this. There is a difference between the 9 and the 109. The 109, the handle will turn backwards. This one does not turn backwards. Internally, it's a completely different drive. This one seems to get stuck, I think. I have to take a look at this one. This one comes in from Bob and Robert. And Robert is in Tennessee. We've got a lot of folks coming in from Tennessee. Wow, three out of the 4, I think, are in Tennessee so far, with the 2 drop-offs from New Jersey. I know 3 and 2 don't make 4, it makes 5. Yep. Okay. See what we can do with that one. And if you have any questions on these reels or any reels, please let me know in the comment section. I will try to answer those for you. Next up is from West Virginia, not far from Tennessee, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what's coming in here. Yes, the post office has been holding all of these for the last few days. Always interesting when we get an envelope. This one's got a little bit of a bait, bass bait. Always appreciate and we'll use it. Spinner baits are great. I suspect we have the reel that runs the spinner bait. We do. This is an Ambassador. This is the 6600 BCX. This one's a Chinese-made one. And let's see what's going on. Very, very tight performance. I wish I could say that I was a fan of the Chinese-made ones. I'm not. Something's going on in here. We'll have to figure out what that is. The next one up is from Anthony. He's in Long Island. I've worked on several of his reels in the past. It's nice to have returning customers. It's a vote of confidence that the work you're doing is appreciated, and that they return to you to have more service. We have a bag of 2 here. 2 nice reels. Anthony, I'm going to encourage you to please pack these a little bit better. You got these banging around inside here. Most of us that know Penn know this reel. This is a Penn 140 Squitter. This one's got a lot of salt corrosion on it. Seems to work fine. The override works. Looks like it just needs a cleaning. And the only bait caster that Penn really made is a round bait caster. This is the 920 Level-Matic. And this one is stuck. Well, some of the problems that go along with this is parts availability. Hopefully there's nothing inside that broke that can't be purchased as a replacement part. And we'll get those done for Anthony. Make sure that he has the opportunity to fish them. The season's just started out on Long Island for summer flounder or fluke. And well, that's a great reel for that. We're going to see if we can get that working for Anthony so he can go take it fishing. Okay, this one's coming in from Pennsylvania. And looks like I got a reel in the bag project. We have a Daiwa BG that's in pieces in the bag. Looks like we have a Shimano Sustain. It's got a, seems like a little bit of a gear noise. And we have another Shimano Sustain 6000. We'll see what we can do to put those together as well. Okay, well, there's a lot of reels to work on. I'll be anxious to get started, but before I do, I wanted to share with you three rods that I just purchased at a local flea market over the holiday weekend, just because, well, you just don't see them around. They're kind of fun, and I thought I would share them with you. And I'm not sure what we can do here in terms of getting these into focus. The first one is actually, wait for it, it's a St. Croix Corsair. It's a 6.9 medium heavy rod. This is a spinning rod. Every time I can find these, I try to get them because, well, I personally fish with these. I love these. They have the older style fiberglass blank on them, I believe. This one's got some cracks in it, but I'm going to refinish this handle. I'm going to paint it black, I think. There's a couple of the ones that I have that are black. Probably have to epoxy this little split here in the wood. That's because it got so dried out. But it is a St. Croix, and if you find the St. Croix, they're made in the USA. They're made up in Wisconsin. If you can find those St. Croix rods at local flea markets, take advantage of the opportunity to purchase one, even if you don't use it. If you're buying it locally, somebody probably was using it locally for something, and if you don't use it, I'm sure they would be appreciative of it. Here's the second one. What did I say? If you find them, buy them, right? This is an original Graphite Series St. Croix rod. It's graphite reinforced. This one is a 6 foot. It's a medium. And this one's set up for a bait casting reel. So this one would go well with, say, something like this, like an Ambassador on here. That would be a nice little combination to use. And we were just talking before about the season opening up in Long Island for summer flounder. That would be a nice setup to use there. Very, very, very lightweight rod and a 6 foot length, which is perfect for a boat. The last one I'm going to share with you is not so much about the manufacturer or the reel. This happens to be a Penn 930. We just were showing you the 920. This is a I got to get better at reading upside down. Miracast 965. Here's the interesting thing with this rod. You won't find these around very much at all. If you do find one and you're curious about them, go ahead and do this. Watch where the guides go. It's here, here. Now I got to turn the rod to get to the next one. And you can just see they just keep going around and playing out. That type of setup for a rod is called acid wrapping. And acid wrapping was a way to spread the load on the blank, and it was also a way to eliminate line twist. So this one is interesting because it's an acid wrapped rod, but I'm going to see how it performs. I'm going to take it out fishing with that 930 on there. Well, there you go. That's the work of the day and the week. Some of the finds from the weekend. Lots of the stuff that the delivery services dropped off today, and some of the individuals even dropped off for today. I hope you've enjoyed those previews. Before I leave, I want to take a moment to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. I want to thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe. And I want to wish everybody a great day. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle.